Hello there, everybody. Welcome to my second match of the Seaside 2E mix. Here against Hakha. We get to open with another monkey board as we did in our previous game, though it doesn't. Not as clear how stuff's gonna work out here because of the action limits. Have goat herd and monkey on two sides of the opponent's make you draw cards thing. It's gonna be really hard to do much because you can't play like Royal Galleon. Anything, basically. Covens. I mean, maybe that's sufficient here. Like there's decent enough draw that you maybe can get away with that to some degree. There's not a huge amount of. There's not all VP. You can score fast enough. The deck may be awkward enough that they can't build to a big enough horn thing, but it may still be plenty fast enough. I'm not sure. Yeah, you would just like try to have a couple royal galleys played on covens or goat herds, I suppose. And then try to do horn stuff, but it's gonna be a weird one. Because it's not like it is really. What does like coven money look like? Sort of money. You'd play with some. You'd probably play with Haunted Woods. That just get beat up by Haunted Woods. Maybe that would be the issue. I guess I'm gonna transport a coven here. I don't know about monkey. It's gonna be a long time before monkey draws more than like a barge or a Haunted Wood. In fact, they can even make it draw, just replace. I mean, there may be times where they just transport, get anything out of a monkey. Hey, Coven. I don't think Barge is bad. This is sort of unfortunate. It gets the better draw here. So the question is, do we wait until we can get two Covens off of it, or do we just want one in the shuffle? I'm not sure. I can buy like a Royal Galley here, though. Of course, that's pretty underwhelming. Hopefully, Hakha doesn't have their goat herd. I guess I'll just take the Coven. Okay. Um. It's either like Goat Royal Galley, Double Royal Galley, Coven or Transport Coven Royal Galley, something like that. Am I gonna hit 5 again this shuffle? Well, I guess we could if we. Oh, I don't think. Um, but we could hit 3. Not getting much on the goat herd situation at the moment. Is fine. I mean, it's not good, but it's fine. I don't know if you take. I guess the Haunted Woods attack doesn't necessarily mean. So you probably just prefer barge. I'm gonna assume he does duration here in the end. I mean, he's thinking about it, but I'm gonna assume he does duration. What? I don't know what the upsides are of drawing. They seem unlikely to be very good, but they take a courtyard. Oh, they had already decided. I see. It just doesn't log it, which is fine. I mean, it's not like a critical thing to log, but had I bought, this was one of those things where I almost thought I had purchased the barge that I was planning to purchase just because I had talked about it. So they're going to get a little goat herd draw here. I think. I mean, I guess they can choose not to trigger. It should be fine trigger. I mean, not a big deal. Maybe not worth it. I guess they just didn't find stuff. I'm confused. Royal Galley whiffs, unfortunately. I don't have anything. I want to get another. I'm not sure that that's right. I guess Royal Galley Courtyard is okay too. Horn, this seems a little early for Horn to me, but they're definitely a little further along on whatever stuff, so. These goat herds cantrip. Let's do double Royal Galley. So you could mix it a little. Well, that's annoying. Do I care about buying? I may not actually care about the pouch that much. It's unfortunate, but not really anything I can do. I do have a. Well, I will get to. I don't know where the curses ended up. I guess it was 5-5, or maybe it was worse for me. It's kind of weird, as I thought it was. I guess they got to play 2 here, which they don't always get to do. But well, if they're drawing all that, they're totally fine. I don't know what you take though. You can get a bunch of royal galleys and covens, I guess. I mean, that's probably what I would try to do with the games. I would not add a second horn at this point. That seems greedy. We'll probably 3 pile on stuff as people build. I'm definitely gonna lose. I had a lot of bottom decking. Take a Haunted Woods, which is fine. I don't know if they're worried about uniques or what. This is one where even if, I guess if you monkeyed, you'd get 3 cards out of it. Well, 3 plus the 1. So that's something to. It would have been something to think about a monkey over one of the barges. Wasn't super clear to me. I don't know. Yeah, so we lost that split 6-4 just by having covens for whatever. Guess we can do like this. Do we have another Royal Galley, or I'm not sure what's bottom decked here. All pretty sad overall. I guess if they don't play Coven, oh, they just added. Never mind. Coven. You were pretty much just dead. Super dead. That's okay. I don't even. I don't like barge before Coven that much, but didn't slow them down. I mean, not with the draws. I would have still probably not gotten more horns as Hakha. I think the horns are pretty bad. It's just like you already didn't play the one you have. I would just have figured out more draw at that point. Well, that was terrible. Did I shuffle? I did shuffle. So this is like a lot of stuff. I almost just want to take more goat herds, which is probably bad. But I'm gonna have so many curses. I don't know that Hakka's gonna be trashing aggressively enough for that to work for me at all, but I'm not even going here, so that was a pretty awful draw. To bottom deck this plus whatever else. I mean, what's the other card? It's like a. I don't know. This is pretty unfortunate. What do we have? Godard set aside with no target. Great. Oh, and then I'm going to draw 5 curses. And see, this is where I don't really get the hops, but you're nowhere near drawing decks, so 3 hops is completely pointless. People always build like that. I don't understand it. Makes me mad to lose to it, but it's not really what I'm losing. like, but maybe I should have bought a monkey. They did have another one. They did draw the hops apparently. So what do I know? They have 14 other cards, so they don't. That's just even worse. Not okay. No, now I would trash curse just to draw it. What do we got here? Gotta be next turn. We don't need to draw 2 other curses. We have 7. No. That's a little unfortunate. We even have another unique. There's a silver, right? We have 8 uniques. Not that. We didn't get one royal. We only got 1 royal galley play. We have like 2. Maybe there's just 1, but I think maybe 2 royal galleys in that. Oh well. So what to do with? What do we play? Not really sure. There's an angle that even works. Didn't they play 100? Oh, right. That was my. I'm just gonna go for. I thought it was my buy for some. I'm just gonna go for them having like not enough gains to pile here. Now they may get around to it, but what does Hakha have duration wise? Just the haunted wood. Maybe we push even a little more aggressive here. I mean, we're really far behind. So just go for some kind of miracle redraw. I don't think it can really happen, but if there was ever a time to do it, this was going to be it. They may have a barge and can just go for the, like if they have barge and pouch, they have pouch last time. They may have barge and pouch and they can maybe just get them via buy. They'd only need $11. But I mean, it's not like I'm drawing. If I had I mean, if I had 8 and the horn had, I would have just doubled province, to be honest. Like, I would have felt okay about that. But I needed to find the silver. Which didn't happen. I probably just drew them enough to get there, but I had to. You have to do something here. Unfortunate. They'd probably just pile out on their turn. I mean, the goat. Oh, I did a hop too. Yeah, that'll draw. Had they done a hop on my previous turn? Like, Yeah, that's kind of rough. I don't know. I don't feel bad about my play there. That doesn't mean I didn't miss something. Okay. We have forts. Bill fort. Another hop board. This time a little more. Well, this is. I guess you're doing forts supply stuff. You can top deck us. Still buy a. It's not any better than not top decking the supplies. It's not wildly different. Um, Garrison looks pretty important to me. I don't actually know that this is in any sense good, but it's fun, you know, and that counts for something. I guess you could top deck two of them, but I guess I'll flip it. Have them. I think they're gonna rotate away from Garrison. Good. I don't know if there's any advantage to them rotating away from the. I'm gonna have 6, so I could top deck thing. The hill forts are really good. They're really good for decharge. Well, for anything. We have a little more money there. I guess the question for me, how did they get? They just drew this hand, but like the turn. I don't know here. We're gonna be able to split the garrison. I don't know what's too. Whether I want that stuff out or not. Like I could have top decked the garrison, I suppose. Like they're gonna have $5. Probably. I guess if they don't have $5, that's nice. I'll rotate there. That's kind of cool, actually. Um, Getting top deck C chart and supplies. Or I can just take a higher lane. We gotta think about that. It would be way too early for an outpost. I'm gonna say not to that one. Yeah, that stuff's not that exciting. So here we can either, I mean, we can go for like Villa, increase draw this turn, which isn't insane. Yeah, okay, let's do that. We can also put the supplies in hand, right? I think I'll take a C chart. You can do some C chart tricks. They can't really rotate. Pretty scary. Outpost seems just terrible. I mean, the outpost is the only way you kind of get around the rotation issue, I guess, but it still looks terrible to me. I don't understand. I mean, I guess it's just extra gains. It's fine. I mean, I'm gonna get one eventually, but I'm trying to figure out. I mean, and it could just help you get. Maybe I just get one. I just badmouth the outpost so much, and then I'm just gonna dive right into it. I really don't quite get the. Guess so you can do. I don't know. I mean, I would have probably gone for draw rather than. I still don't. It's not clear to me that you like supplies. Should like supplies versus like charts. I don't know. So we can get a villa. Villa's pretty bad. I don't want villas on my deck. I only did it that one time. I don't really want to do the flip stuff until I'm getting both of the garrisons. Which means you have to have a lot of draws outpost turn. Basically, you need to have done a Do we care about playing tent? Probably not. I'm gonna badmouth the Bazaar. My technique here is to talk about not liking something and then immediately buy. Like if we have a big garrison unto outpost turn, we can flip the tents and top deck tent, flip to garrison, get both the garrisons is the idea. Of course, here we don't even find the garrisons. That's not working out super well. Well, we get a C chart out of it. I mean, it's possible for Hakha to have kind of a similar. Well, he can't really get both of them, but. We're kind of dancing around this stuff. I can believe that I should have just taken Ireland, a few more buys too. We're definitely wheel spinning. I mean, we're dancing around threats that maybe don't matter too much. Hakha is all about the supplies, that's for sure. I don't really get. I've said that enough times now, I suppose. That so we don't have any supplies. If we had some supplies in hand, now would be the time to do it. I mean, this is like now would be the time to do it. We have to find the garrison though. Or we have to find the. We're not going to get a better shot than this one particularly. I guess if we were going to do the. Well, that wouldn't have helped. I mean, we could do two. I guess we're risking it. I mean, the risk is kind of. It's not a huge risk. It's more like a. So the question is, do we go for playing? Well, yeah. I mean, there's no question here. If we want to try and do it, there's like one clear way to do it. Or to go for it anyway. We're just ending up with a bunch of villas, which isn't ideal. We didn't get there, so that's unfortunate. The hill fort's down in here. We don't need the tents now. That's not good by any stretch. We had a real shot at it, but I think if we hit it there, I mean, if we get all 3 garrisons, I mean, the real risk is that their deck is probably a little better for garrison. Just because they have the supplies. So that's the I would say more of the issue. It wasn't crazy to go for it, but it did not work. We're not lost, but we're not in a great spot now. To just draw more. I'm a little surprised they didn't go with another supplies there. They got the C chart hit from the supplies. They're gaining. This is the issue. This is the issue with what I posed to myself. I guess the good thing is they didn't get a hill fort. So I didn't keep tents, so it's not like I'm rotating away. This was pretty nice though. Hit this order. Well, okay. I don't know what order you're supposed to play this stuff in. Pretty annoying. We can rotate away there. Probably worth doing. We are kind of rapidly approaching 3-pile territory. Wonder if it's worth it to take a copper. Like, how many more shuffles do you think we'll actually see? Not that I guess we don't really have a million gains. I mean, there's still quite a few villas. Should we keep the tent just for some plausible? I don't know. I don't know what kind of thread I even have. They buying villas. It's sort of a weird rotation if you're not going to play Outpost. Maybe they're buying Villa here and playing Outpost. Then they are definitely approaching. I don't know, if they lower stuff too much, they're definitely approaching. I mean, it wouldn't be insane to just like green some here. No, they're not. It'd be a little hard to want to do that with Garrison. But I guess the supply split isn't crazy. Or something. Maybe even not that far. I mean, it's either 3-5 or 4-4, I guess. Take a hop. Yeah, hop looks good. I have a feeling we're gonna just like fail to green properly and just we'll pile out with having done nothing. You know, that seems pretty plausible here. They're going for supplies too, so that's pretty far lower. I mean, it's a little hard to empty the villas, but across 2 turns is not unreasonable to wonder if that's possible. Little sad we don't have Garrison in hand. That would be a big help. Those cost 15. To get it across 2 turns. I mean, otherwise, well, the thing is, one of the C chart whiffs, anyways, even if we do the Villa tricks now. Not. Like, if you do the. I guess you can do the non supplies Villa trick, though. That's not as compelling. As far as drawing more cards goes. Unfortunately. I mean, not that it draws a huge amount either. It's a little annoying. I don't have a way to like top deck. I don't think. I really don't like lowering if I'm not gonna. I also should have played the Villa. This was just stupid. Like, I'm gonna at least play the Villa. I should have played that before the first C chart. That was so dumb. How much money could I have? I could have 379. I mean, you can top deck some stuff without. Well, you can top deck a C chart. Can't draw it though. I mean, it could have if I had done this in a different order, but I did not. So, But it does get you closer to whatever. My problem is well, I have many problems, but one of my problems is that um, one of my problems is just that I'm doing play orders. Like, if I don't find Garrison Outpost out of here, I'm not gonna get anywhere particularly. I guess I can go for rotating back to Stronghold again. Makes it a little hard for them to get. I mean, I can also just take the hill fort and buy Villa and try and go for it that way without top decking C chart. That gives me a little more 3-pile possibilities if we do get around to the Garrison stuff again, though that's quite hard. If we had Garrison in hand here, this would be way different. I think I'm going to lose this one by trying to be too aggressive, but I was definitely a misplay on the first chart. Oh, and this just doesn't draw anything for me either. Because the C chart will find horse, but the horse doesn't. And this is bad. This is just not good. We have this. This was our turn. It's unbelievable. That's so terrible. I mean, we can play for them to like full dud. They're not gonna full dud. And I think their outpost is down in here. This was really awful, actually. This was so bad. It was so bad. I didn't even have a Garrison in there. I don't know why I thought. Oh no, I did. I drew it. This was really bad. I'm pretty okay with them taking some hill forts, actually, I think. I don't think that's too scary, but... It's almost like a distraction. Like, I don't think they pile out with them successfully. Or it's far from guaranteed. I mean, if you're not playing your Garrison, then you don't have any sort of guarantee that that's going to do anything for you. They whiff Garrison too, so that's pretty big. Well, now we're just in a mess. Like, this is just straight up. It's going to be like in the nasty reshuffles, who draws their Garrison, how many cards do they draw, kind of stuff. Because it's just falling apart here. They can buy hill for it, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. And I don't have any real guarantee. I mean, I'm going to have to buy provinces probably. It's going to be a weird one. For sure. Wow, that's nice. That's pretty nice. We do know we have Hill Fort down. I mean, we didn't get Garrison, but too surprising. We should have 8 here, right? Yeah. We can get a province out of it. Didn't even double province. I don't think there's any reason to think that the Horn's doing better than province for us. I don't know if there's a good pile out. We can double top deck C chart. While provincing. We wouldn't be. We know the Hill Fort's there. We wouldn't necessarily be a million miles away from getting there. We would need like quite a bit of money. Okay. Do we go for the lowering the point lead? I guess it's. I do think we go for extra draw. So this could either be. I mean, I guess it could be a few different things. Just buy an estate. I don't think they have pile in province. Pile province, estate or duchy or whatever. I think that's just a hard sell here. I don't know when they saw their outpost. I guess they already saw it this shuffle. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a reason to not trigger, I don't think. You get to draw quite a bit. This was a mess. I'm hard pressed to believe that what we did was correct. Though if they don't have a 10 at all, then you have so much control of the forts, and it's probably good enough to win off of. So it's really hard for me to think that you don't go for something like that. But. So do we just buy this stuff? Do we go for the pile out, or do we just go for taking province? I don't know what the last card is. One of them's a duchy. We can make the C charts. We can make the C charts a little better. We're not really that close to the pile out, to be perfectly. It costs. Well, it depends on if you see stuff, if you get buy or not. Costs $15. We're not anywhere near $15. You find the outpost is a little different. I guess the question is just whether the going further with the draw is worth it anyway, which it could be. I mean, you just whiff on green basically. Well, I don't have a lot of that, I guess, in play. Their garrison doesn't. Well, their garrison draws an okay amount. Maybe enough to get the horn up, which is kind of scary anyway, but. Oh, I don't need the pies. Okay. I thought the duchy. I must have already seen the duchy. I mean, obviously, I must have seen. Um, Actually, I don't know that that's good. I'm not really sure, but do I have enough money now? That's $12. So I gotta buy province and like triple copper or something. I mean, 10 is probably better than my average car at this point. That was about as good as I could possibly have hoped from the turn. Finding the garrison was incredibly lucky. They didn't get garrison, but they have out. I mean, they'll draw a little bit, but it's not going to be like a win for them. 7 is super rough. I mean, they can try and go for it now, but I don't think it would be a pile out. They just don't have the gain. They don't have the draw or the gains, right? They're just going to have a 3. I mean, they'll have the horses, but they're going to have just a 3-card hand. They're only going to draw to 5. Plus, I guess, if they have C charts hit. But they didn't have a lot of C charts, period. This is a stupid game. We're just like flailing. We're doing absolutely nothing. Like they can get that. They did get a good garrison here. Pretty good garrison. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they have it. What they're if it's green plus hop, then that's pretty bad because hops for 4s aren't. I'm getting closer to the point where like on an outpost turn, I'm more or less guaranteed to get there. Yeah, I mean, if they have a copper and it's a double duchy, that's a little different. Still probably not great, but if they don't even have that, then it's really rough. They just don't even have anything to gain hardly. They'll want to gain some things, of course, but like gaining Villa will just be clearly bad. And I don't know. I don't know what Hakha does here. How many of the horns are even still around? They still have one of the horns or 2 horns. Their $7 hand was really bad. Like this was super rough. Or wherever it was. I don't know if it was here. Play horn. I mean, you just take silver. Couple silvers. This again. Oh, we should have done it with the bazaar. Actually, I mean, if we were gonna do it, we should have done it with the bazaar. Just plain. So, so though I didn't have 2 supplies at that point, so it's not even clear that I would have done it. I'm playing this so sloppily. Do we go for it again with the supplies villa thing? What is it? I mean, we're not like a million miles away from the period, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're like $5 short. Plus, some of it may not apply if we don't get the we don't get the. Guess we could have gotten to. That's not particularly. I guess this is close to it. We can do. I guess we had the tent. I forgot about the tent. The tent was already a guaranteed way to do that without 3 copper. Forgot about it. Another coven board, limited trashing. By limited, I mean there's no trashing. You can do like barge villa stuff. I'm gonna go smuggler's cargo ship, I guess. Silver cargo ship. Not sure. They go with smugglers. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I mean, definitely. I don't know. I don't like blockade much in the opening here. There's just enough decent stuff you can split around the gaining pretty easily. I guess blockade smugglers is pretty funny. Right? Like, I can't. They play the blockade, I can't smuggle the thing they. But. Yeah, I mean, there's still limits to like how afraid you can be of stuff. They're gonna blockade Villa. Like if you blockade Villa, I could have still gained a Villa. Because the Villa is not set aside. So it's not a super good thing. This is rough. I mean, it's definitely a smuggler's board. I mean, you can just buy I don't know. Like, how afraid of the. I mean, I can't be so afraid that I'm not going to cargo ship a barge into my. There's just no way. Even though there's like a reasonable shot that they smuggle one or two of them, depending on the draw here. So it doesn't. No. You can't be just like, oh, I'm not never gaining good card. I guess you can be like that. I think you win that. But I don't really, still don't really like the blockade much here. On an upcoming turn here where I know they have two warehouses, also pretty terrible. But anyway, where they have like warehouse double smugglers or whatever, on a turn like that, I'm pretty willing to just sit. Just let you here's what I'll do. I mean, really you want to gain something that would be somewhat awkward. But what would be somewhat awkward? I'm not sure if there is anything that's all that awkward. But like, do they want to have 5 smugglers or 4 smugglers or whatever? Maybe. Do they want to have 3 blockades? You can gain villas here, which is not nothing, but maybe not the. I don't know. Maybe we just let them smuggle smugglers. There's got to be a limit. I guess that's kind of assuming you're gonna do a. Do we go smuggler, buy villa, then trigger? Or do we want to save our. You're just giving them villa as a thing. Does that kind of suck? Giving them anything as a thing may suck a little bit. I guess we're offering hireling regard. Which is probably okay. What do I have in here? It's not a huge shuffle. I mean, the advantage, of course, is that we have a shot of just a hireling. Probably villas are a little better for me until they have a barge themselves. What are we looking at? Will we have enough sufficient bad things to discard if we draw good things? Yeah, we should. Wahoo. Yeah, I think we play that. We've already offered them a lot of things, so that's not like what we buy here is all that important. Could be Haven, could be another warehouse. We didn't find the smugglers. That's okay. Guess I don't have a silver. Need a silver? We just gonna like run through the higher lanes here. Like that's what we're gonna smuggle. It won't be the fives, it won't be the barges or anything. We're just gonna smuggle 30 higher lanes down to 0. That's probably what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm the only person with a barge. Do I want to get the coven stuff involved? Is any of that to my advantage? This is quite a strange board. They may be a little bit village strapped here. Okay. What are they doing? Like smuggling a couple? What they get? This, if you don't get the coven now, you'd probably miss your window, right? Like I probably just don't. I probably just don't buy another one. Honestly. So maybe it'll be the covens that are the ones that fly. Excuse me. That was basically the choice that Hako is making there, is whether the hireling should empty or whether the coven should empty. There's so many warehouses. I just don't. I kind of hate their deck, but what can you do? I mean, that's a good thing, right? If you say I hate my opponent's deck, that's okay. Can we get to? Or okay, we have the villain. This isn't even risk it. It's bad for whatever reason. I guess we could set aside. What are we gonna up with here? We're gonna buy Villa probably. I mean, we could set aside one of the covens. It's not gonna. I don't think we'll get to a shuffle here, so I don't think we'll trigger. Otherwise we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 7, or just whether we want havens or. We might as well put the coven in the next one. 2, 3, 4. The villas aren't great to have in deck, but we're just gonna empty covens, curses, and duchies. Aka's deck isn't terrible for that, to be fair. Buy a barge, interesting. Okay, so we're not gonna run the covens down. Hakka's sort of been driving the switches between whatever. Between the various cards we're going for. So we have, I can like, I mean, I guess I have the choice here actually because like ovens are some mixture. I can top deck set aside. 23, 4, 7, 9. Like Villa Barge. You can set aside a copper. Maybe Villa Double Barge. This still feels better for me. I mean, it depends a little bit on what Hakha does here. And they found the barge. That makes a pretty huge difference. They don't find the barge. I don't think there's any way I lose, but with the barge, it's going to cut a little closer. I mean, still the should still be a bit ahead here. We're just all in on barges now. Now we're living that barge life. Well, I guess we're gonna see what the card is. Okay, now we have to count. I mean, we can empty barges too. I mean, it's not crazy to. I mean, for me, I can probably province. We have enough actions already, so we just set aside a copper. Or no, yeah, or we could set aside a coven. This shuffle we may get through. At least possible. There's probably not a big difference between the two, to be honest. So just in case we do get through the shuffle. Guess I could have gone for emptying the barges. Would that have been any good? Just deny a smuggle. We're so close to pileouts now. I think I just like provincing. Because now we're going to have these turns where people are just taking villas. No, they had a lot of Havens played last turn. Like, we're just going to slam through the villas here. And if the barges are gone, then I maybe can just pile. Yeah. I guess that gets them to 8, I'm assuming. But if I I mean, I don't have to do a lot here to pile, really. Because they gain. I mean, I have to find smugglers and stuff. And then I have to have enough to be able to buy, like, an estate. But it's not. It's not really that hard. To do one of them. Yeah, this should do it. Oh, it wants me to. I got confused. I don't know why I can't have possibly put in. I know it's just muscle memory. Just muscle. And I obviously have to put in the. Okay. I don't know. I didn't like some of their buys. Maybe it was just the hands. I definitely think I dodged. I think it's true that I kind of dodged some amount of possible badness from smuggling. I think I got away with. I mean, the barge pretty big. Okay. So we can 5-2 is, I guess, we can kind of convert it into a 3-3, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Because I don't think Bazaar Tracker is really all that good. Though there's not a whole lot to do here. I guess if you had 2-5, you could do innovation in that. Justify. Do like Enchantress Church. I guess you could try Bazaar Tracker. But not insane. But it's great. They go with the develop. My durations have hidden. Let's see how hidden. Not totally hidden, but I'll probably take silver now. I think the develop's fine. I thought about it, but you can you can just gain another church on top or whatever, and then or develop whatever. He can put another action on top, and then the enchantress won't really attack too much. I'll probably buy another enchantress. I don't know if you get enough to do like tactician, single tactician. That's not clear enough. Innovate. Yeah. Seems good. We'd hit bottom deck the Enchantress, which is a bummer, but so be it. Wonder if you just build to like what if you just build to like Province Island, like just $12, pretty clean. Seems doable, and maybe I should have gotten a gold for it for that purpose. I'm not sure. I could believe it though. You'd have like 12, which is just like golds, and I don't know how long it takes you to get to that point, but this is gonna be a pretty friendly Enchantress. Actually, just like probably the friendliest Enchantress of all time. This is not necessarily super hard. I'm kind of wondering if it's a mastermind skip. Payload is bad. The action payload, at least, is, I mean, oh, we can just go Bazaar again here. We want, or we can go a little. We could do a silver. I mean, I'm trying to think. What is the easiest way to get to? Get to the $12. Maybe a cut purse. I guess they're gonna probably like develop a estate into an Enchantress to play something like that. I do wonder if you can get a lot more out of the develop than I'm kind of not playing the board, and I'm a little scared that that'll get outraced by develop stuff. Um, it's not like I have a big deck quality lead or anything. The decks are somewhat similar. Yeah, I mean, this is about what I expected. I mean, at this point, the decks are pretty similar. I suppose is always the issue I was gonna potentially run into. So we can church and bazaar, or we can gold. Not finding the silver sucks quite a bit. For real. That also could have been the cut purse. Well, the cut purse has some issues, right? Until I have a second bazaar. Since bazaar is like my list, one of my likely enchantress sacrifices. Getting the second cut purse is a little bit dubious. If we find the silver, I think, well, even just setting aside another card, but I think we go with the. I think we would have gone with the gold. I don't know about the mastermind. We do have that here. If we knew we had the other bazaar, this would probably change a little bit. And try to do. Because this is a similar situation as to last time. We can just buy a bazaar. Or we can go up to gold. Don't really know. I guess now we're probably safe to go with the purse. Not that it necessarily does a lot. Yeah, the innovation mastermind, of course, is a nice thing. Well, if you find your bazaar or whatever. Yeah, if you find a bazaar, who cares to play it, right? Yeah, that's gonna be probably a problem. If they're just, if they just buy the masterminds and innovate them right off, that's gonna be a bit of an issue for me. Well, they aren't playing the master, or did innovation change? Innovation changed, right? I did forget about that. That's nice. I mean, it's not like innovation needed a buff, but I think it's, it's definitely, I think, better to have the kind of the friendly way of doing it. IMO. Not that it's not a huge. It wasn't weak before, but it doesn't have to be weak. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do 3, and then this, and then buy a gold. I'm gonna lose, fortunately, and I don't think I really had to. Get really nice boon off rip too. At least pretty nice boon for them. I have one copper and it's in hand. I mean, I have more than one copper, but I have one copper in deck and it's in hand, which is, you know, fair because it's more than half my deck is my hand, but I'm still not happy about it. I wasn't robbed, but I'm still not happy about it. They only have the one bazaar. Okay, so they have gotten a little bit, not necessarily lucky, but a little fortunate here to have not to have found the bazaar, the two mastermind turns. That wasn't guaranteed. A little mildly mad about that. Very mildly. This could go bad, right? Well, at least it didn't go bad. I should count this actually. How much money is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 11 and do like bizarre gold. Which is still just exact draw. But it's a boom. Nailed it. I mean, I could do like innovation mastermind. That would be similar. New idea. New idea. I'm gonna start playing the game. No one will have seen it coming. It's out of left field. I'm gonna start playing the game. I'm still mad about that. Well, they have more bazaars now, right? They had top deck it even. So that okay, I can't be mad about that. That's not legal grounds. There's no legal grounds for being mad about this. I mean, I usually don't let that stop me, but what can we do here? Do you think we can get to 13? We mastermind the cut burst? And do like province innovation mastermind? I would love to win if I think Aka's like over, like, was just like a little too fancy. That would make me happy. Like, if I can get to 13, That's pretty nice. Seems doable. Maybe I still lose, but they're going for a lot of mastermind. Dude. I find like surely that's a bazaar. I don't know. Let's see the enchantress first. So what's left? There's bazaar, enchantress, and some other card. Probably a copper. Yeah, copper. So if we bottom deck bazaar, maybe that's still fine. What would it give us? We'd have this would be 4, 7, 9, 10, 11. We'll either have drawn it or I mean we would have the money for it. It's just mostly a question of whether we can. That's pretty funny actually. Oh, the issue is not finding the enchantress, right? That's the actual issue. Not the money. Well, okay. I'm a little stupid. Maybe more than a little stupid. Can't do it now though. Yeah. I was dumb. Okay. So 4, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this could be bad. Oh no, it's like fine. There was no whiff. There's no like full whiff. You could bomb, right? You could just bomb deck bazaar. That was the worst that could happen. Okay, so we're at 3, or we're at 6. We need 7. We can set aside 1 copper. The old mastermind tracker. I would love if Hakha just like kind of has a super deady turn here. Probably not, but the island stuff is pretty cute too because you can just play it as you go. This isn't too scary. How many more turns do we think we're going to have? What do we have left? I mean, this is not good. The bottom deck, 2 bazaars and cuppers is pretty bad. We can church and not set aside stuff, though. That's going to The other option is to mastermind. We can rebuy mastermind, I guess. Guess it's got to be that. Okay. It's pouch. Now it's pouch bazaar and cut purse. We didn't draw through. We can at least province. We want to kill the copper. We're gonna at least, we can trash one. We're gonna be able to at least draw a buck. So now Haka can do more exciting things with this big turn. Probably sufficient to come back. I mean, if I have a really good turn there, maybe it's okay. I'm not gonna have money to do. I guess I probably should have maybe kept the coppers. As long as I like have room for church to set them aside, doesn't necessarily make sense to trash the coppers. If the churches aren't full, that's probably bad. The thing here is that I'm gonna have to buy, instead of being able to do Province Island, I'm gonna have to do Province Mastermind again. I think. I mean, I could maybe skip it once. Maybe with a big enough church, we can just skip it. I'm not sure. My guess is I probably can't skip it. Skip doing the innovation. How much money do they have here? Pretty good. They're playing. I don't know how long. We could Enchantress. We could Mastermind Enchantress. Then the other one still stays out too, though, right? Yeah. Not that. Do 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 do. We have 1, 2. Yeah. We have 8. I guess we can just double. That's not insane either. I don't know if it's good, but it's not insane. Can Hakha triple? Maybe. Maybe. 23, 4, 5, 6. We're just in this. We're not going to double the next turn if we. Well, maybe we can. No, I don't think we can. If we mastermind, we set aside. I mean, we can have all this money, of course, but it's not going to. We're just not going to get up to 8 doing it. Because we're not going to have 2 masterminds, so. Let's try the double. Feels like it probably loses, but. Like, it may just lose right on the spot. Just because he can develop for. I don't know how many masterminds he gets. Exactly. Like 6 or so, 5, 4, 5, 5, 6. 4 to 6. Didn't really watch the count of it, so I don't know, but some amount that's probably pretty good. Not that triple's easy, but it wouldn't like shock me if it was possible. He did draw the copper here, which is pretty sad. Because otherwise we have like an okay shot at provincing at least. I think unfortunately the real problem is that Hakha is going to get 2 turns. And they can catch with Island Duchy stuff, maybe. I don't know. Their draw is not that awkward. If they don't win here, it maybe is awkward. I mean, not that awkward because I don't think I'm gonna get to province. Maybe if I kept the copper. Well, surely if I kept the copper, is a good chance. Because then either pouch or any of pouch. I mean, I guess silver still gets there. So they're gonna go for gold cut purse, I guess. Potentially gold. I don't know if they're shooting for the triple or what. And like I said, they don't have to hit the triple. There are just so many island points. It does get messy though if you have to do too much island duchy stuff. It does get a little awkward. Particularly if your masterminds are actually tied up in duration space. So we'll have to see. Well, because I have two. They have 5 masterminds. So there's only one other mastermind. They can only play. So they can mastermind it, but so next turn they can have at most 3. I mean, they can gain. I mean, they can have more, but then it takes away some of their gaining stuff. So. None of it's free just because of how draw is. I'm a bit surprised. Maybe they can do it with tide pools. They go like gold tide pools. Maybe that's the easier way for them to get to triple now. I really had pretty good draws to even kind of make it awkward for them because they didn't have bad bottom decks, basically. I'm sure I'll have one this turn, but now it's probably pretty well deserved. You can do like gold tide pools. Probably draw everything. I don't know how many more 5s you have that you can sack into gold. That's kind of what you need to get to triple, but or you can even go estate to silver as long as you take an island somewhere. This their only develop though? Wow, they killed the other develop last turn. That does make it more awkward. For sure. Unless you're just like there in hand already. Easy. Which totally possible. I don't really have a good sense of what their deck is. Or more, I guess more the problem is I don't know how many mastermind plays they have. It's kind of weird to choose tracker, isn't it? Maybe it's not, but if they had cut purses anyway. Oh, I guess they had a bunch. Well, they just had way more than enough. It wasn't even close. What was the? Okay. I thought it was close because they were taking a long time, but it wasn't even remotely close. Like they could have just played mastermind on a bunch of the actions. Oh man. All right. Thanks for watching. They're pretty cool boards. I'll catch you all later.